Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Scottie Show. Today, I got a very special guest. Man, we even got the same name. So this is like a Spider-Man meme moment, man. Scotty the Reaper, how you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. It's a good day. Every day's a good day. So I'm just glad to be here talking with you, you know, spitting the spit.
Hell yeah. For the people that don't know who Scotty the Reaper is, man, who's Scotty the Reaper?
Scottie the Reaper is an independent artist. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Um, yeah, stage act, independent recording artist, producer, songwriter, musician, instrumentalist, just visual artist. I mean, he's just all around a good guy, I think.
Hell yeah. Um, how did you like get into like music and all the things that you're into? Like what, was like the first thing that lets you know, dang, I could do this. Like I can, like successfully do it. And like, people will like my art. Like what made you like, feel that kind of way?
I mean, just to get into music, really, the first couple of things, I mean, I was trying to decide what to go down, and then there was this scene in Back to the Future when Marty McFly gets on stage and plays guitar,
Mm.
and that's what really was like, man, I want to start playing guitar. So from like 12 to 17, I was playing guitar, bass, ukulele. Around 17, I started learning drums, going to school for audio engineering and studio music production, and I've been rapping since I was 14. So I was just really putting all the pieces together, like
Oh
rapping
yeah.
along with your favorite songs, and then
Yeah.
started getting into songwriting in college and producing on FL.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I mean, I also was playing around with a bunch of music uh software at a young age too, but I just didn't have like the whole creative like creation elements in it
Hell yeah.
I guess I do now with FL and producing and making my own sound.
Yeah, yeah. I remember back in the day, like getting on FL Studios when I was in like high school and shit. And like my homie had it, and I would just record at my homie's house. Shout out Ben Jones. I'll go to my homie Ben Jones' crib, and like he had the FL Studios. I feel like FL Studios back then was so much more easier to use than what it is to now, like than what it is now. What do you think? Like, do you still use FL or do you use anything? Do you use like new shit now?
I mean, I went to school, I learned every single DAW. So and FL is just the one that I feel like, it's that and a Belton, but Belton is really like for a whole lot of sound creation, and I guess it has a better recording interface in a sense because it's
Mm,
not as confusing and you could really edit it up a whole lot differently. But I mean, I feel like the whole discussion about like what's the best interface to use or what DAW should you use, I mean, it really just comes down to how like you looking up the knowledge and applying it, because like you can get FL Studios, but if you ain't sitting there reading the quick keys or watching other people make beats on it on YouTube, or going to a class on making music, or going to school for audio engineering, or just getting some kind of knowledge on how to do that stuff, I mean, you're really gonna be lost no matter what DAW you use. But I
yeah.
mean, there are certain little tricks and things you can do to like. I mean, I know Southside has been using FL11 for like years just because of the
Mm,
way the interface works and how it's laid out and how you can make things sound. But you can get the same sound with anything, really.
yeah.
It just depends on how far you want to look into it, or like
Hmm.
figuring out what to use to make certain things sound, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
just
yeah,
depends on how
yeah.
much you look into it, really.
Yeah. Who are some people that like inspired like your music and like who are you listening to that like inspires you and what kind of like who are you listening to right now also? Like what artists
Uh,
are you listening to right now as well?
Man, really to like, I mean, I've always listened to classic rock growing up, and there was like Christian contemporary for a bit while I was growing up too. But really, classic rock is what like I'm rooted in, and like I can understand, and like I can recite song for song for song. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, whenever it comes to like just the music that I make and certain things, I mean, there's a lot of metal that I listen to for like stylistic vocaling and just like drops and like tempos. Um, rapping, like it goes all the way from like, I mean, Eminem's really good with the lyricism, but I've always listened to Suicide Boys.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
like they have a really good discog, and I mean, I've been listening to them and Bones and all the people in kind of that underground realm, like Ghostmane and Puya
Mm-hmm.
and just I mean, Denzel Curry is really good too. I've always liked him, seen him
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
X, Ski Mask,
For sure.
for sure. Then there's a lot of newer upcoming artists in that realm too, like Snot and things. But I've been listening
Mm-hmm.
to like I really like Mac DeMarco type music and like the indie, like the slower stuff,
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking
and more
about.
like
Yeah.
vibe. You know, even female artists like Kalani and Janae Aiko and always
Mm-hmm.
listen to stuff like that. So I've been trying to be conscious about putting things on shuffle so I can find new music. Really though, I'm trying to grow out a little bit and look for newer things.
Yeah. How do you feel about like the stigma around, being like a rapper? Because some people like to meme that shit. And it's kind of like I look at it like people trying to like meme that shit. I look at it as like corny, like memeing like someone that's like trying to like pursue being an artist. Cause like there's like just so because of the SoundCloud era and stuff like that. How do you feel about the SoundCloud era?
The SoundCloud era is literally what everybody listens to nowadays, whether they like
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
lot or not. I mean, like you could go as far as Kalani to Ariana Grande or like just R&B in general. It's all technologically based now, where it's like that deep bass feel, the 808 feel, the melodics. Like there's so many things for people to be like, oh, whatever, the SoundCloud era is corny or whatever. But it's like I'm pretty sure Little Uzi Vert inspired so many people and like took over a whole new sound, and so did
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi. I mean, I can sit here and say like I don't like them now because I think what they're doing. I mean, I still like Lil Uzi, but like just
Mhm.
I ever since the whole lot of red or whatever, I just like I haven't listened to Playboy Cardi. I don't know what it is, man. It's just not for me. But
No,
I
I've been on the
mean,
like I've been thinking the same thing. Like I'm
you
not like
know,
I love old Cardi. I like the old Cardi shit, but like the new
hmm
Cardi stuff,
it's
like
just like
it's like I'm happy that like he's doing his thing and like and it's pretty much like right now I'm pretty sure he just looks at it as a business.
yeah, for sure. No,
Whatever's gonna
everybody's getting
sell
their
for him.
bag.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I mean,
how I
there's
think
an
that he
I mean,
looks at it now.
also for I mean, just like the digital era of music too. I mean, Tyler the Creator like blowing up on the other side of the world before he was even big in America type thing. I mean, there's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many art like I don't understand the stigma behind it, but I mean, I totally get the meme of it. It's funny. It's funny to
Hmm.
be, oh, that one guy from high school is still a SoundCloud rapper. That's hilarious. I mean, I get it because it's like, in a sense, like with anything you do, you always want to grow, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I was still doing nothing and just making mixtapes on SoundCloud, if I wasn't opening for artists or if I wasn't doing shows or getting on stage and actually doing it, I don't think I would have any pull like that. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Especially in my city, like I might have a couple thousand followers on Twitter or whatever, or have people that interact with me on Instagram, but a lot of people that actually show up to the shows I perform at are real people that I know, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool,
That's
honestly.
fire. Yeah, that's fire as hell,
But
man.
the whole stigma, I don't know. It's funny. I definitely understand it, but it's just like I don't feel the stigma for being like a white rapper talking about death and life and da 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 da. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
it's like this is what I like to do.
Yeah, yeah. No, like, and that's like, I respect that. And that's why, I like to do like these interviews and stuff because, you know, I don't like the fact that people just try to like, make fun of people that actually want to chase it. But what I don't like is people that look at music as a quick, like, I feel like one of the things the SoundCloud era did was it made a lot of people that's not even like, a part of like music culture that look at it as a quick cash grab. And instead of actually caring about like the art and stuff, like people that never even thought about being rappers, but the only reason why they want to be a rapper is for the thinking that it's like it's a quick cash grab. So I feel like it did like water down some of the stuff when it came to SoundCloud. So I feel like SoundCloud lost some
I
of its like
yeah,
yeah, it lost some of its hold. because of that. Like everyone was just like, I'm gonna be a rapper because hopefully I can
They're
make a
like,
million dollars.
Little Uzi Vert got a bag off this, and Playboy Cardi got a bag off this, and look at Suicide Boys touring the world off of SoundCloud. I totally get that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's with really with any industry though. I mean, I can definitely say music is so oversaturated because so many people look at it like, well, if I can make a hit, I got a bag. But it's
yeah,
like, I mean, if you really like see the documentaries of like Little Peep and how he took off and what he had to do
but
to
it was
get to
super
even that
organic.
point, boy, to
Yeah,
even get to the point of him going around the world and being managed and doing fashion shows and etc. He had to do so much before that. Same thing
yeah,
with X and Ski Mask. I mean, they were doing shows in rural Florida with their own music at like any club that would let them do it. Like
yeah,
and getting bags, you know what I mean? Just because they have like a little following in their hometown. And then it
yeah,
blows up even bigger because it gets viral on their YouTube algorithm or probably Instagram back then. I wasn't really even following music like that in the era that it was big, you know, like in
yeah,
2015 and 2016. I didn't even know like me and my friend were listening to Suicide Boys in 2015 just because he found them on Apple Music. He didn't find them on SoundCloud or find them on
yeah,
YouTube with the Paris music video. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's crazy that people do think that like, oh, I could get a bag off this, but you have to really put a lot of work into it, even to get to that. Like you say, you do make the banger that would go viral. You have to do something to make it go viral. You have to make a video. You have to put it in something. You have to put it in a movie or whatever it would be, you know. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. And like and another thing, like I feel like another reason why this became a meme is because the people that did only look at music as a bag and not because they're part of the culture and the art form. As soon as they quote unquote make that hit and it don't hit and they just quit or whatever, or they just become like super lazy, people are then like, failed SoundCloud rapper or like failed whatever. Like I feel like that gave like because most people that care about like that do music I would say most people that are into music, like pre, SoundCloud era, or even during that era, like they were into music because they like music. Like I feel like most people that I interact with are doing music because they like music and they like love like like they know like the history of the music that they listen to, like how the history of like
Mm-hmm.
classic rock and stuff like that. Like most people can't even. I would say most people nowadays can't even like break down what they like about classic rock, the bands
Yeah,
and everything.
exactly. Or like, what? Oh, this band started in this garage, and yeah, I totally feel you. I mean,
Yeah,
I've studied everything from 1920s jazz to the entire creation of hip
yeah,
hop. So
yeah,
like, I
yeah,
know the entire history behind hip hop, the entire history behind classic rock, entire history behind blues, classical
yeah.
jazz. I mean, the only thing I can really say that I haven't like physically studied and learned about is like tribal style music. I mean, what that like just other parts and different different other parts of the world with like different languages. Like I don't
Hmm.
know what they listen to in Paris or
Yeah,
in Italy. I don't know what the culture there is for that music, or in
yeah,
Romania, or
yeah.
anywhere, or like in India, or how what even instruments do they play? You know,
Mm,
like I don't know. So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I totally get it. I feel like it's kind of like the joke when you see somebody wearing like a Guns N' Roses or a Def Leppard band tee from the 80s and you're like, name
Hmm.
3 songs right now. And they're like,
I just
I
like
don't
this
even know. I
shirt.
just like this shirt. Exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah, it really be like that. How do you feel about do you think like the SoundCloud, Spotify, and the Apple Music, and I would say even the YouTube community, like do you think those are all separate like music consumption communities?
Yeah, they're definitely all separate ways of like, I mean, they're definitely all separate.
Yeah.
I mean, like Apple Music is what Apple integrates into their interface. So, and it's their
Hmm.
own thing. It's iTunes, you know.
Hmm.
So that's its own entity. Spotify is its own company and entity too that does a lot of contracts and deals. I mean, and the YouTube platform, like it's crazy because if you really go back in time and think about like how music videos started evolving off of like MTV and like TV like that,
YouTube.
it was with YouTube, and you'd have a Vivo contract, or you would have
Yeah.
there's like other little companies like I mean, if you look up like some really big music videos right now, and you'd see VEVO in the bottom left corner, because it's like from 2011 or 2009, because
Mm,
there were certain companies doing music videos for contracts and percentages from the YouTube money or whatever it is.
mm.
So I think they're all their own same thing, but like you go to a party and somebody's playing YouTube music on the TV because you can see the music video to certain songs while everybody's getting lit and there's beer pong going on and girls doing shots over here and everybody's hanging
Yeah,
out. So like they're all their own thing. Whereas like in your car you're listening to Apple Music or Spotify. I think they're all different, but relatively they're all the same because they all can play the same music.
yeah,
But there are
yeah,
certain songs you can find on YouTube you can't find anywhere else. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Do you think that do you think YouTube is more support is a more supportive music community than most?
Um,
Because I feel like people that come to your YouTube channel are there to watch you and listen, like, and they're there to listen to your music, and they can leave comments like and stuff like that. So like they not only get to see you and everything, because like SoundCloud does
they
break
get
that.
to leave their thought. They get to leave their thought.
Yeah,
So it's like
SoundCloud you get
it's
to leave
almost
your
like
thought,
social
everything too.
media.
Yeah,
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 it's almost like a social media with music. So like SoundCloud and YouTube, I definitely think it's cool. And even if you just put a lyric video up, like bro,
yeah.
you can still have 2,000 comments under your song. It
Facts.
really just depends on how you would fall into those algorithms, or if you got it's kind of like what's better, Facebook or Twitter. And it's
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
just kind of depends on your following and how many people are like intrigued with you. Like I guess it's like who interacts with you more on what. So like definitely
Mm,
say YouTube, there's probably a better interaction rate than there is on SoundCloud if you're not big on SoundCloud, you know?
mm,
So
mm.
I guess.
Yeah, and I would even say like I don't know. I just like YouTube, like a lot more better
It's
than
a really good interface, man. Like then just like
yeah,
you saying, you could comment, like, repost, share, like
yeah.
it
See,
all in one.
yeah, you can like see them and everything, and like Spotify, Apple Music is like cool and all, but like they don't even be paying people that much. Like you could if you can get like 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and run up 15,000 like views on a video that you drop, that's damn near like 5 bands a month. Like
For real. It's crazy.
that's like five. That's how I look at that shit. I'm like, damn, that's like 5 bands, 6 bands a month, and like people got Discord and stuff like that and can't even crack that. With
Hmm.
Apple Music and Spotify and stuff. I feel like with like
And
YouTube and like Twitch and everything, it definitely changed like the music game. And with I would say TikTok, but I don't think rappers are being serious on
TikTok,
TikTok.
I feel like TikTok really just like made it a mecca. It's like now everybody can be this. You know what I mean? It kind of
Yeah.
has like it has such a huge general like grab on the entire field of people everywhere that it's like
Mhm.
depending on where you're at, like you can see so much different stuff on TikTok because it's like
Yeah.
people posting every single day, whereas YouTube is kind of like refined, where it's like refined podcast video, refined music video.
Mhm.
This is a lyric video with all the correct lyric video, and
Mhm.
then there's like, oh, this is how you even the how-to videos on YouTube are like really done super well and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
mean, YouTube's
Yeah.
just a really good base. I mean, like I want to start being into like visual stuff and getting in there, but I definitely, I think YouTube it it is really what like it's really key. But I kind of agree with what you're saying with the TikTok thing. But I just think it's just because TikTok has such a grab and influence over people. Like a lot of
Mhm.
people have TikTok on their phone, but
Mhm.
not a lot of people are on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. But a lot of people have TikTok just to see stupid videos
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something or whatever you follow on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah, that's
But
true.
it's definitely big for like music algorithms for the people that are doing dances or just to somebody putting music behind their video because it's like still images or like really beautiful scenery or whatever it may be, or that
Mhm.
they're putting the music behind it for a meme. Like it definitely has a grab on the music industry because you can make a song and then it get viral on TikTok because somebody used it for a meme or like a scenery type shot where like you're doing all your like post the best 13 photos in your gallery or your 13 favorite memories, and then it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, syncopated or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Um, what is like, the next like, couple songs that like, that you're making and what not even only the couple like next couple songs, like what projects do you plan on coming out with next? And also, what are some of the dream features that you know that you want? You know, what are some dead or alive dream features?
Okay. Okay. Well, I do have some songs that I've been playing that are unreleased and stuff I'm working on too.
Mm,
But I should be dropping those, and I'm dropping a project in September or October. I haven't made up my mind yet, and
mm,
I have a song called Frank Ocean that a lot of people want me to drop that I'm gonna drop here probably before or after I drop the next EP. And then next year I'm dropping a lot of music. I don't want to really like get into like how I'm gonna lay it out because it's gonna be really good and there's gonna be music for at least every single month of the year
mm.
almost. Maybe not December, but I'm gonna have at least 10 or 11 months of music worth of music coming out next year. And but I'm gonna drop a 6 song extended play tape and maybe like 2 or 3 more singles. Definitely gonna drop the Frank Ocean one.
Mm,
Um, but I mean, right now, I guess a lot of the dream features I have right now are pretty obtainable. So like I've been thinking about doing a song with Peso Peso. There's some female artists
that's fire.
that I've been thinking about doing some work with. Some people from Twitter that I'm gonna do songs with that we've been talking about doing something in the it's been in the works for months. We just haven't figured out what we really want to do song wise. Definitely one day need a song with Suicide Boys and Bones
Hell
or
yeah.
someone in that kind of realm where it's just like, man, I've seen you guys live or like oh like Denzel Curry. Um Definitely would love to make some beats with Kenny Beats one day. I want to get on the
Sure.
cave. That's the goal. But I mean, like Dead or Alive, I really wanted to play good. I really like wanted to see Van Halen live before Eddie Van Halen died. So
That's
I'd love to
sick.
play. I know one day I'm gonna play guitar with him somewhere, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But that would be really cool to do like a dual guitar track with
Hell
him.
yeah. That's fire, man. Um,
But not, I really don't have a lot because like a lot of the people I do love making music with are like in my physical right now, and it's like they're on the
mm,
come up with me. You feel me? So it's like, oh,
mm,
I'm making my legacy with like because like you look at people, you're like, oh, X and Ski, and they have so
yeah,
many people in
yeah.
the behind them, and it's like, oh, that's really happening to me right now in Houston. So
Yeah, like that's like and like having like those like kind of like when was like the first time you ever had like a feeling like damn bro like I'm like I can't believe I'm doing this shit like have you ever had like that kind of like what was the feeling that made you like feel like whether it was like your first like 1,000 plus plays or whether it was like you know people shouting out your music people showing up to your show
yeah,
could be any of those things.
I have a lot of like the first time me and my homie dropped a song called "Do or Die" in 2019. So many people we knew were like repeating the lyrics at us, and that was a really good time. When I dropped the Permanent Vacation album cover, that thing got like a lot of retweets in a couple of days I was just like I couldn't keep my phone down because I was getting notifications and DMs like what the fuck but um obviously going to certain events like I've went to a private event opened a little private concert for Peso Peso like I went on like one person before him. It was a really fun time. It was really late at night. I mean, there's tons of those moments where I'm like, dang. And then there's people that have like been like, are you Scotty the Reaper in real life? And I'm just like, that's cool. That's cool.
That's
But I
fire.
get those feeling. I get that feeling like a lot of the time when I'm just making the song. As soon as there's like this next tape, bro. There's some songs on there where it's just like, man, I know I could make something this beautiful. Like there's so much pain and life in this thing, and then this song, and it's just like, man, I didn't even know I could make something like this. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, I have those feelings all the time, and they're amazing, man. They're
that's
so
lit,
cool.
man. Hell yeah. Um, what is you know, like what keeps you like inspired to, you know, keep on like, you know, just continuing to create? Is there things that you look at that make you feel nostalgic, that make you want to be creative? Are there things that you like watch, listen to? Like what keeps you like creative and what keeps your foot on the gas pedal with this?
I mean, I I mean, I try to make the right choice most of the time with like what I'm doing, but I really like sit and I just like I practice like stillness, spaciousness, and silence, and I just let a lot of things come to me. Like I've never been able to like just sit and like my brain completely turn off or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
um, just like I avidly am practicing that in everyday life. I don't really talk much unless I'm like being talked to or like having conversation with, but um, that I love nostalgia and things that are nostalgic for sure. I love creating new things and like taking pieces from other things and so many things. Like it could be like from some weird book about like Greek mythology, or it could be like a certain verse I read in Proverbs sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
like it just depends. Like and like I haven't even read my Bible in years, but like I know I could like open up the book of Proverbs right now and go find something that would stick out.
Mm-hmm.
Just so like definitely I definitely would say a lot of it is nostalgic, but it's just a lot of the fact that I can create a new idea. And I feel like a lot of people put their creative ideas and they're like, oh, there's a shelf life for this. And
Mm-hmm.
it's because they're like, well, the excitement from that idea, you just don't get to carry with you. And
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people look for motivation when they should just practice. So it's
Mm.
like you're not gonna have that same excitement the first time you play a song when it's finished ever again. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
have that same excitement the first time you perform that song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's really just about like practice and creating and like staying sharp with your knowledge. Even if I don't touch FL for months, I still need to know all the quick keys. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where I I really don't know what keeps me that creative or like keeps me going, but I know I can find it. And
Mm.
it does play a lot with imagination and nostalgia, like combined for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So for people that are, that are fans of you and stuff, is there anything that that you're gonna be coming up with that's like, more? I know you play the guitar and stuff like that. So would we expect like some acoustic stuff from you? Would we
Ye-
expect because I know like you say you were inspired by classic rock. Like, would we expect any like like classic rock like samples or like any like classic rock like style music? What like
Yeah, I definitely would say it. I would definitely say if you like I'm saying, if I really like went out and posted like a list of all the classic rock I listen to, like you could go find it and you'd find the vibes for sure. Like, I mean, it's basically the same stylistic pattern of how
mm,
I did Permanent Vacation, where it's like 6 songs, but there's 10
mm,
switches, I think maybe this one is like 9 or 8 switches. I can't remember, but it's
mm,
all kind of got the same vibe. There's parts where I'm doing my metal vocals. There's parts where doing I'm rapping my ass off. There's a song where I sing really high and like
mm.
crisp and beautiful. I mean, it's just all gonna flow though. So I definitely say like in aspect, yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot of that sound that you know me like from already in my singles and the Permanent Vacation project. And yeah, I think really though a lot of people are looking forward to the hype stuff.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
but I know a lot of people out there too really like the sadder songs, but it's all gonna be together. It's all kind of the same, but just a new wave of it in a
yeah,
different
yeah,
version, you know?
yeah, yeah. Um, what do you watch like do you watch anime? Like anime stuff?
Uh, I like I'm not really deep into anime or nothing like that. I watch like some weird shows or like old spin-off shows of
Like
like
what?
characters. I'll watch Spin City. I watch the older
Okay.
version of the Twilight Zone. I
Oh
like
yeah,
the
Twilight
older
Zone. Yeah.
movies. I like decoding movies. Like I like decoding
Mm,
Inception
yeah,
and
yeah.
like The Matrix and like crazy movies, Fight Club. There's
Fight
also like a
Club
lot of movies
Fire.
I've seen. My favorite movie of all time, Surfs Up with Shia LaBeouf. I just watched
Oh,
Transformers a couple of nights ago.
hell
I've been
yeah.
watching it for free. It's pretty sick. But like I really love Initial D as an anime. I love the
Yeah.
Netflix series, The Seven Deadly Sins. I know a lot of the lore behind Dragon Ball Z. I'm
Mm.
not really into Naruto or nothing like that, but I know it has a lot to do with like real life, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a
Yeah.
really great art too. I collect comic books and stuff, so like
Mhm.
I like the art for sure.
Yeah, that's sick. I do like the old style Twilight Zone. I do like I fuck with Inception. I also fuck with the what was that one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and he was on a Shutter Island. You fuck with Shutter
But
Island?
yeah, 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 that
Yeah,
was
dude,
really good.
Shutter
That's really good.
Island. Yeah, that's fire. Shia LaBeouf was my favorite. I like this. Disturbia was one of my favorite movies that he's ever made. Shit, dude. Shia LaBeouf is the GOAT. He's
He really
definitely,
is, bro. He's a goat.
yeah, no,
I
I
really
did.
like I really like how he is, and just the Surf's Up story is so funny, and it's real life at the same time, and just like hearing
Yeah,
Shia LaBeouf be a penguin, it's funny, bro. It's hilarious. He's a surfer
yeah,
penguin, and it's like
yeah. No, like, and I
even
would
though it's a
like,
kids movie, I'm just like this shit's funny, you know.
yeah, yeah. No, like, I did a for my film class, I did a paper on Shia LaBeouf. It was crazy. I did a
Oh, that's
whole,
sick.
yeah, I did a
So
whole like,
did you study film?
yeah, no, I didn't. I just took a film class because it was a part of like my. I had to take an elective or whatever, and then I just chose film, and like I went through like a lot of like his movies, and then like one of the movies I selected, I forgot the name of it, but I know he went to Bucharest, and his mother died, and his dead mother told him to go to Bucharest, and it was crazy. It was just it's a crazy.
Hmm.
I think it may still be on Netflix or it's on Hulu, but I watched it and it was honestly one of the greatest movies that he's ever made. I gotta figure out the name of that movie though, but it's a really good movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It got the dude. It got one of the. I forgot one of. Do you watch Harry Potter? Ever watch Harry Potter?
Yeah, no, Harry Potter's dope. Harry
All
Potter's
right.
dope, bro.
Dude with the bowl cut with the orange hair.
Oh my God.
He's in that movie
Ron,
too. Yeah,
Ron. Oh
Ron.
my
Yeah,
God.
Ron is
Yeah,
in the
yeah, bet,
movie, and he
bet.
takes a fucking dick pill, and he has like a fucking heart on in a fucking nightclub in Romania, and it's crazy as hell. Like the movie, I was just like, bro, is this Ron from fucking Harry Potter, bro?
Harry Potter. That's
Taking dick
hilarious.
pills, bro.
You
Yeah, it was.
see, you see Daniel Radcliffe doing a movie for I think HBO about the life of Weird Al, like the
Okay.
parody artist that
Yeah,
he was like one of the
yeah,
first parody artists ever.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
he's playing Weird Al Yankovic in a movie. It's gonna be funny, bro.
yeah.
I'll have to send you the trailer or look it up and send it to you. But I
Yeah,
seen it the
yeah.
other day. I was dead, bro. I was dead.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no, dude, I definitely like movies that like make you like think and like
Bro,
you
have you seen the Babadook?
nuh-uh.
Like the oh my God, it's so scary. But like
I probably have, but I probably don't remember.
it has a crazy ending. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing like uh some kind of different like obviously like in the scary movie realm there's like oh it's a horror thriller bloody gory or it's like some spiritual crap but like
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever hits the middle. I like the middle where it's just like super weird. Like
Yeah.
there's a movie and it's really old. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like an alien invasion. So like an alien comes to Earth on and he's like living on a farm or whatever and he's like sneaking around this farm and one of the people gets paranoid. At the end of the movie he beats the crap out of this alien with a baseball bat, but man like it's like just like all the spoofs in it and how weird it is. It's pretty spooky, bro. It's I like weird stuff like that, like Lord of the Flies, like older shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's fun.
Lord of the Flies is crazy. Yeah, with that
Yeah,
like
bro.
kids killing each other and shit like that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, no, like and I like the I don't know if you've heard of it. It's on Hulu. It's called The Alchemist Cookbook. Like that movie is fucking crazy. I was watching that. I like watching shit like that. There's lots of like I like movies too that like that seem like it's real. Like like
Right. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
strange and it like for some reason I can like after I get done watching it I could be like someone probably did this. So this probably
Yeah, right.
happened. This probably happened somewhere, like somewhere in America. Like that's what I be
Like,
thinking in
or
my head.
that, or it's like, dang, somebody had this happen in their mind in a dream, and this was some crazy shit. you
Yeah,
know.
like
Yeah.
whenever I watch like scary movies like Paranormal Activity or something like that, or like Jason or Freddy, I'm like, this is clearly fake. But like the ones that make me feel like it's like damn, like this is like one movie that made
Bro,
me Blair Witch Project was a movie that
bro,
I thought was real. I
yeah.
was like, bro, this is real. I was just like it got my
Yeah. The dude, the ones that get me, like, I mean, the only spiritual ones that really get my ass like that are the ones about like The Conjuring and like
yeah,
I can't remember. There's like an old house, like, man, there's like this, I mean, there's like a series of movies, but it's based off a priest and his wife, and like all those movies connect, bro.
mm,
That storyline is crazy because like then like obviously like demons come and like try and possess their daughter, da 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 or whatever.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
it's some crazy things, bro. That's for sure.
That's crazy. All right. What so like what you got, I know you got the Frank Ocean. What else you got coming out next that people, can, that can digest in the future? Like what you got coming out next that people can digest in the future?
Um, I'm definitely still trying to post beats a lot more. So I'm making beats to post on Twitter for sure. And yeah, Frank Ocean, a couple other singles that I haven't really done anywhere, and the mixtape that I was telling you about that's gonna come out in September and October. It's gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
sick.
Hell yeah, man. Is there anything you want to plug?
Oh man, just stay tuned in to Scotty. This is the Scotty Show. You feel me?
Yeah,
And really appreciate you having me on, man. And I hope everything is going well for you. Sending blessings and love, man, for real. I really appreciate it. Really great time talking with you, dog. And follow me on Twitter at Scotty Reap. That's really all I can say.
All
For
right,
sure.
man. Thank you, man. Same to you, bro. I can't wait to see what you're doing in the future, man. And I'm definitely fucking with what you got going on, man.
Thank you,
Um,
man.
no problem, man. This is the Scotty Show with Scotty the Reaper. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Peace.